Please stop working out to be the hot fit mom. I spent years hoping that strength training would change my body, and it did. But what surprised me was that it changed some things that are so much more important that women aren't even talking about. Our attention, our sense of worth, and the way that we think about ourselves in the future. If you're a Christian mom who's ever felt stuck between caring too much about your body and not caring enough, then this video is for you, because you, like me, may need a fresh perspective on the purpose of fitness. Consider it an unlock for this summer that goes far beyond being the hottest mom on the block. One that could relieve your deepest fears about your body and set you free to respectfully care for it no matter what shape it's in. So consider this video just that. 3 life-changing lessons strength training taught me that had very little to do with my muscles and everything to do with my faith. And honestly, the second lesson exposed a lie I'd believed for years, even though I was raised in the church. And it's one I still have to fight on a regular basis. But before we get there, let's start with something much more simple: where your attention goes. Strength training doesn't just change how you look, it changes what you notice. Maybe you've experienced this too. You're playing with your kids, but part of your brain is wondering how you look from that angle. How does your back look? How does your arms look? Does your stomach look too big? You catch your reflection in a window and immediately evaluate. You see a picture of yourself and it changes your mood for the next hour. For years, that was me. I wasn't really paying attention to my life. I was paying attention to me. Every photo, every mirror, every store window I walked past, I could be in the middle of making memories and still wondering what my stomach looked like. My life was happening right in front of me and I was somewhere else. But somewhere along the way, by the grace of God, strength training gave me a different scoreboard. And maybe that's what you need too. Instead of asking, how do I look? You start asking, can I lift more than last month? Can I carry my toddler without my back aching? Can I keep up with my kids when they want to run with me at the end of the day? Strength training gives your brain something better to focus on than how you look. And that is what your body can do. And physiologically, that makes a lot of sense. When you challenge your body with a meaningful task, your brain shifts its attention from appearance and questioning to capability and confidence. When I started strength training, my attention stopped circling around my body and started moving outward again, towards my child, towards my husband, towards the work God has called me to do in the lives of women. Jesus said that no one can serve 2 masters. And maybe for you, like it was for me, the hardest master to stop serving is your own reflection. See, strength training didn't set me free overnight. It's not a magical fix, but it helped me stop staring at myself long enough to start living my life again and experience that joy. But looking back, attention wasn't really the deepest issue. It was just the symptom. The deeper issue was what I was hoping my body could give me, which leads us to the second lesson. Can I tell you something you will never hear on an Instagram fitness ad? Your worth was never something you had to earn. If you're anything like me, you've probably made deals with yourself before. Like once I'll lose 5 more pounds, when I'm a smaller pant size, when I have visible abs, then I'll feel more confident. Then I'll finally be disciplined enough. Then I'll finally feel okay. But has that ever actually worked? Because every time I got close to a finish line, another one appeared. And it makes sense. The brain is wired to chase the next reward, which is why the joy from a compliment just doesn't last. The relief of weight loss doesn't last. The excitement of seeing a lower number than last week doesn't last. You're asking something from your body that your body was never designed to give you. Assurance, security, deeper worth. These things were never supposed to come from a mirror or scale. They were supposed to come from Christ. In Romans 5:8, it says, while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. I know you've heard that verse before, but think about it. Christ loves us not after we hit our perfect weight goal, not after we get our act together, not when we're more disciplined. He likes us right now, while we're still struggling, while we're still insecure, while we're still finished. Christ didn't wait for the improved version of you before he loved you. He moved toward you when you had nothing to offer him. And I think that settles something. Your worth isn't waiting for you on the other side of a workout. It's already settled in Christ. Every workout after that decision to accept that as true becomes different. Not earning, responding. Not proving, stewarding. And believing that isn't something that just happens once. It's something you return to again and again, especially on the days it doesn't feel true. And once I stopped using exercise to prove my worth, something kind of unexpected happened. I started seeing strength training differently, not as a way to fix my body, but as a way to prepare it for what God still has ahead for me. You're not training for today or for a sexy summer. You're training for the years you don't even see yet. And right now, it's easy to think strength training is about this summer, this vacation, this season of life. But what if the bigger reason is 20 years from now? One day, your kids are going to ask you to get down on the floor. One day, they'll ask you to help them move into a dorm. So it's not to think about. One day, you may be holding a grandbaby. And the question isn't whether those days are coming. The question is what kind of body you'll bring with you when they do. Most women quit strength training because progress feels slow. Maybe you're feeling that right now. Maybe you're wondering if what you are doing is even making a difference. But that's exactly how strength works. Muscle is built slowly. Bone density is built slowly. Balance is built slowly. Metabolic health is built slowly. Every workout sends your body the same message. Get strong, get capable, get ready. And your body responds by making thousands of tiny, tiny, tiny adaptations that we can't even see or feel behind the scenes. Building muscle, strengthening bones, improving our liver function, preserving our resilience that we will need in decades to come. Paul said, I discipline my body and keep it under control, not because fitness was his goal, because faithfulness was. And he later warned, lest I should be disqualified. He wasn't living for immediate results. He was disciplining himself to live for the long run so that he would not be disqualified for the service that God had called him to. The workouts that matter most are usually the ones that don't feel impressive, but are just faithful, that prepare us for the calling that we have ahead. So don't be discouraged if you feel like you're starting strength training too late. If your progress feels too slow, the next workout still matters. The next progression on your lift still matter. Your kids probably won't remember your dress size. They won't remember the number on the scale, but they may remember that mom could still hike the trail. They'll remember if you're able to play with the grandkids on the floor or carry the suitcase, still show up. That's what you're training for. Not next week, not the next wedding, for years ahead. And somewhere along the way, I realized something, that none of these lessons were really about fitness at all. So maybe strength training isn't really about strength training. Maybe it's about learning where your attention belongs. Maybe it's about remembering that your worth was settled long before you ever stepped into a gym. Maybe strength training is about becoming the kind of woman who can keep showing up for the people that God has entrusted to her for years to come. Because at the end of the day, strength training won't and can't save you. It can't make you enough. It won't heal every insecurity. It won't give you an identity, no matter how many cool new socks or headbands or gadgets that you buy. But it can become a daily reminder of what is true, that your body is a gift, not a project, that consistency matters more than perfection, and that small acts of faithfulness compound over time. And that stewardship looks a lot different than striving and is so much more enjoyable. So if you've been waiting until you feel motivated, or until you lose the weight, or until life gets less busy to strength train, please don't wait. Start where you are, lift the weight, go to the free weight section, ask for help, trust God with the outcome, but relentlessly pursue strength. You're training because in Christ you already are worthy. And that is what makes strength training about so much more than strength. The goal was never to spend your life thinking about your body. The goal was to be strong enough to forget about it and get back to living the life that God gave you. And if you're a Christian mom who is tired of swinging between obsession and neglect when it comes to your health, that's what this channel is about. Once a month, I share practical strength training, biblical encouragement, and simple habits to help you build a strong body without making your body the identity. So if that's the kind of woman you are working towards becoming, I'd love to have you here. And before you go, I'd love to know which one of these challenged you the most. Was it your attention, your worth, or your health span? Drop just one word in the comments. For me, it's worth. I have to keep bringing that one to Christ. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys soon.